Welcome to Seize the Mains by Malhotra's IAS Academy. I'm Surbhi Sardana and this is Season 3 and second last day of Seize the Mains this season. So yes, from Monday onwards we'll be starting many initiatives which will focus on your prelims preparation. So Seize the Mains would be replaced by some prelims focused preparation. So stay tuned to the channel. See how Seize the Mains functions is it coordinates with our website, which is rajayasacademy.com. The link to our website is present in the description. We have this mains answer writing section here, which is a full-fledged area for your mains preparation. Every day from Monday to Saturday at 9 p.m. we bring out a question answer discussion for your mains exam from a topic that is floating in the current affairs and with respect to your GS part, GS 1, 2, 3 and 4 parts of syllabus. And all those questions and answers, the content gets updated on the website in the mains answer writing section. And what you can do is post your answers on the website in the comment section. Under each and every answer we have this full-fledged comment section. Post your answers there and our team evaluates those answers, gives back their feedback entirely free of cost. So learn answer writing with us. Even if this is the first video that you're watching, you have like 2 playlists of Seize the Mains there on YouTube. The first one with 63 videos and the second one with 200 videos. So check out all those questions and answers. I'm sure if you're sitting for mains this year or if you're targeting mains even next year, civil services even next year, go through all these answers either on the website or through the YouTube videos that I have brought to you as part of my team. So check out all those videos, check out the content, see how answers need to be presented in your mains, because the score in your mains will decide whether you make it to the final list and what rank do you get. So let's start today's discussion. The topic for today is Foreign Contributions Regulation Act. See, every time an issue regarding foreign contributions towards some NGO services, FCRA gets back in news. So yes, it is a contentious issue, plus it is a very important issue not just for your internal security part but for your economy part as well. So this topic, this is one of the compulsory topics that must be prepared by you, not just for your mains but for your prelims. So let's see what is the question with regards to this. The purpose of FCRA or Foreign Contributions Regulation Act to establish transparency and transparency and accountability, not to violate freedom of association. Elaborate the statement. Answer in 250 words. See, since this is second last day of Seize the Mains, I want to tell you something. See, there will be a lot of topics floating in current affairs. Just look at what is the environment going on, how the environment feels around regarding a certain topic. For example, with regards to FCRA, there are websites which have covered FCRA in detail. Full pages of FCRA, they can be filled. But the point is, the environment or the viewpoint that is regarding FCRA is just two-sided. On one side, it is regarding establishing transparency and accountability, one, and on the other side basically it violates or it challenges freedom of association from time to time, and this is something you must have read in your editorials as well. So there are 2 viewpoints regarding this topic, and that's all what is important for you. Regarding both these viewpoints or any number of viewpoints that you're preparing for any current affairs topic, have certain level of examples, have good quality content, have like content from content which you have taken from editorials, which like good thinkers or good academicians are writing. So beyond that, if you keep on studying a topic beyond a certain level, that will not aid your preparation. So this is a very simple question. I'm sure you must have read FCRA as part of your GS syllabus. Even if you've not read that, mains does not demand all of the features of a particular act. What you should know or what you should have is analytical capacity with regards to a certain topic or a certain act that has been brought out by the government, how it's functioning, how is it working. So yes, elaborate the statement. Answer in 250 words. So basically here the FCRA, 2 viewpoints have been presented, that the purpose of FCRA is promoting transparency and accountability and not to violate freedom of association. Elaborate the statement. So first of all, write about FCRA. What is FCRA about? why was it brought in, what are the a little main features about it, talk about those features. Then talk about the transparency and accountability part of FCRA, how does it help promote transparency and accountability, and then talk about the issues which have come up regarding freedom of association with regards to the issue of Amnesty International, the issue of Greenpeace, the issue of Rajiv Gandhi Foundation. Write these examples briefly, just with the help of commas, write about them so that the examiner knows you have been going through the newspapers, you know what the current situation is like, and then in like 3-4 lines write about the issues due to which freedom of association gets challenged whenever some provisions of FCRA are misused, and talk about these provisions. So that would justify your directive, the elaborate part. So intro would be about FCRA, or body paragraph 1 would be about transparency and accountability. What are the features of FCRA which help in promoting transparency and accountability, or how FCRA helps in promoting transparency and accountability. Then we'll go to our body paragraph 2, and we'll talk about some contentious issues here due to which FCRA is seen as a freedom as a hurdle to freedom of association of many NGOs and many individuals as well. So yes, in the conclusion part, again, take a balanced approach that the purpose of FCRA should be to ensure transparency and accountability and not to curtail freedom of association. Sum up with a way forward. So that's how simple your answer would look like, but make sure that you go through the content first. Only then, if you have the right content in mind, only then you will be able to write a good answer. So let's start with introduction. Let's talk about FCRA. So this first statement, that is directly from the Act. FCRA, you can sum this up in your own language, or you can copy this. If you can remember this, well and good. So FCRA, or Foreign Contribution Regulation Act, aims to regulate acceptance and utilization of foreign contribution or foreign hospitality by certain individuals or associations or companies, and to prohibit acceptance and utilization of foreign contribution or foreign hospitality for any activities detrimental to the national interest and for matters connected therewith or incidental thereto. So basically this is the definition or explanation of FCRA, and this is just one line, no matter how long it appears. So yes, it is implemented by MHA, Ministry of Home Affairs, very important there to write down. And this then it is optional that if you want to talk about the history of FCRA, that when was it enacted. The FCRA was enacted during emergency in 1976 amid apprehensions that foreign powers were interfering in India's affairs by pumping money into the country through independent organizations. Also, individuals are permitted to accept foreign contributions without permission of Ministry of Home Affairs, provided the contribution is less than 25,000. So any contribution less than 25,000, they are permitted without a permission from Ministry of Home Affairs. Beyond that, permissions have to be taken. Now moving to the body paragraph 1, the Act is essential to establish transparency and accountability. How? So first of all, it ensures that foreign contributions to individuals and associations, marking individuals here is very important. FCRA does not regulate just associations only, or not just NGOs. They are used in such a way so that they function in a manner consistent with the values of a sovereign democratic republic. Secondly, it prevents foreign powers from interfering in India's affairs, hence ensuring transparency and accountability. It helps in safeguarding national security interest by preventing foreign entities from funding activities that could be detrimental to Indian security. Then it ensures that foreign contributions are used for social and economic development of India. So basically the forms or the procedure under FCRA that you have to apply for is designed in such a way that all the foreign contributions, they are justified, so that it is ensured that these funds are used only for the social and economic development in India. FCRA also helps control black money and its round tripping, terror funding, etc. It also helps bring greater transparency in the working of NGOs, making them accountable to the people. So that's your first part of the answer. That was in favor of FCRA, how it helps in promoting transparency, accountability, and on the whole better national security, and not to violate freedom of association. The purpose of FCRA is not to violate freedom of association. So let's see how we'll address this part of the question. See, however, many a times the issues regarding violation of freedom of association have been raised, especially in cases of Amnesty International, Greenpeace, Rajiv Gandhi Foundation, etc. The following factors stand against freedom of association when we talk about FCRA. The first one is the government has discretionary powers here to cancel the registrations or to freeze account of NGOs that have been supposedly misused in some cases to target NGOs critical of the government, leading to accusations of political interference. So basically your daily functioning of an NGO that also stops for a very long time till the time the NGO is able to prove that their funds were not used for any wrong means. And the registration and renewal process under the FCRA can take a long time, which delays their work and impacts their ability to receive funding. The FCRA registration process can be time consuming as well, and it requires extensive documentation. So again, directly or indirectly, freedom of association gets curtailed. Then there is a lack of clarity on the compliance requirements for foreign corporations and foundations operating in India, which leads to concerns about the transparency of their funding activities and potential influence on Indian civil society. Basically, all these points, they sum up that freedom of association that is basically curtailed. Now, there is often ambiguity in the interpretation of FCRA itself. That means NGOs, basically they get exploited by authorities who actually want to target a particular NGO. Then it causes the organizations to compromise their independence, stifling their internal rights to choose its actions and methodologies, how much money to spend where, and over a span of what time. Let's say some kind of contribution has not been used in a particular year or in a particular span of time, so that has to be justified. So yes, freedom of association has been a challenge when it comes to FCRA. It has been questioned because of these 5 factors. Now moving on to the conclusion. While the FCRA has undergone amendments, the challenges in its implementation, they remain. On paper, the act is, in black and white, the act is very good, very ideal, but there are challenges in its implementation and its understanding also, such as difficulty in balancing the need for transparency and accountability with the need to protect the autonomy of civil society organizations. That is, your civil society that plays a very important part in any democracy or governance. So basically their autonomy, that also has to be ensured. So maintaining that fine balance, that has been a challenge when it comes to FCRA. Nonetheless, it is essential to continue working towards effective implementation of FCRA to prevent misuse of foreign funds and ensure the transparency and accountability of NGOs in India. So basically this is a very raw, very basic way forward or conclusion that you can write just in 2 lines. Also, if you want to talk in favor of FCRA, there are many examples, starting from emergency to this funding that was coming for Kundankulam nuclear power plant. That is the the largest nuclear power plant in India. So basically the protests that were here were, foreign funded. So obviously you can write examples that actually favor or support the existence of FCRA as a whole. So yes, sum up your answers or have your body paragraphs with a lot of examples, especially the recent ones, whichever comes up, and try not to be very critical of any particular act. Yes, it could be a justify question, it could be a critically examine FCRA question, but whenever such questions appear, make sure that you're not too critical of the government, or even if you're critical, you're using a very diplomatic language. So yes, that's your entire content for the day. Visit our website rajayesacademy.com. The link is given in the description, and click on mains answer writing section. Look for question 205 for all the content that we discussed here today. I'll see you tomorrow at 9 PM with another discussion. Stay tuned to the channel and all the best.